This wins us entry into the catacombs' depths. Once our preparations are complete, we ought to meet the table in Aldous.
Your different countries, cities, people.
So cool. Good morning. Scritches. On and scritches. Hi, buddy. You silly puppy.
Sword, the beating heart of all Francis. This road will see us to the catacombs. Numbers, Arisen.
Did it!
switch ought to be to the right of the door. If ever it was the
I haven't spoken a word. Not a word, I swear it. You must believe me.
On the Salvation member.
I'd no idea that was the Arisen. How could I have? Please!
I hear a man's voice.
Just not over with them, fool. Hurry and find the one controlling them further on. Go and...
A skeleton race comes! I'll support you! Think well before striking. May this life be your end!
Stay calm, one at a time.
Move! A foreign spell hits!
Did it!
Our strength brought us victory. I have been badly cursed. If we kill it now, we needn't spill a drop of our own blood. A monster stalks the passage ahead. I have been badly cursed.
Mind you aren't cursed!
What's that?
Be ready. It comes. Skeleton!
Only the weak goes to you.
Holy magic is the bane of phantoms.
I'll imbue your weapon with holy light! Labyrinth. Certainly are a great number of wolves. Stairmaster skeletons!
Holy magic will end this wicked existence.
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
Rocks and maces are a skeleton's bane. Treasure, perhaps. Seems the door opens by some trick.
Welcome, Arisen. 'Tis an honor to have you come so far to meet us.
Ballsack.
You here seeking the source of the skeletons? Or have you just come to rid us of a few traitors? My thanks, by the way. I see no call for secrets. It was salvation loosed those bone warriors upon the land. They are an experiment, a vanguard. All in preparation for the day of reckoning to come. You shall have an honored place among them. Your bones shall lead the march as the Red Dawn breaks.
Rampage indiscriminately.
All things to
Let us tell Sir Maximilian of what happened.
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
Anticlimactic.
One can reach it from anywhere with the use of a magic item.
Once our preparations...
Hello. Yes, Arisen.
stones are cleansed of rats, thanks to your efforts, Arisen. The roads, too, are all but free from the skeleton warriors. Francis is safe. Documents they left behind shed some light on Salvation's actions as of late. It seems the skeletons were an attempt to bolster their numbers. A thought I do not relish. What's more, it was their own members' bones they put to use. Newly joined believers made living sacrifices. They were turned from flesh to living bone by some dark art, all as a part of some experiment. The writings claim that bone warriors wrought from living men are stronger than those come from corpses, even for a cult of madmen to visit such atrocities upon their own. It is a horror, and one now hopefully at an end. Again, you have my thanks, Arisen. Pray, accept this small token for your effort.
The masterwork's all. The masterwork's all. Masterwork's all. The masterwork come again.
Remember to say,
I hear Adi, have your pick. What will it be? What will it be? Have your come again soon. A fellow, just have your pick. What will it have your pick? What will it be? What will it be? Have your pick. Any you like. Come again soon.
this place holds its share of shadows. We'll like find all manner of shots here.
The Duke's gone. Sure, but it sounds a piece. I'm sure you'll find. Yeah. I'm sure you'll find all you need anytime.
The scrivener at the Black Cat here can duplicate all...
But yes, well, enough you'll find not... You'll find... Thank you.
This shop will see to your hair, should you be of a mind to have it styled.
A fellow, just have your pick. What will it be today?
will it be today? What will it be today? Have you come again?
You humans certainly do make a lot of expressions. Mild weather year-round makes Grancy's well suited for human life.
I've come to feel more at peace with capitals and sides.
War has not been kind to this place.
The city holds every amenity. It would make a fine base for our adventuring.
Monsters can strike day or night, even in the shadow of
Do not just attack blindly.
burn them to ash!
It's fallen! I'll put it to fire! Fire! Let my king!
My Francis fires blaze! Anytime.
Huh. Didn't drop anything this time.
This.
Oh, yeah, it did.
seems all roads lead to Gran Soren.
Stray from the roads and we'll soon find monsters, Arisen.
Careful! A goblin! The goblin in the helm is there.
We have triumphed! Half the verges.
The monsters that lurk here keep this path all but deserted.
Wolves hunted cracks!
Fire works well!
Our strength brought us victory.
If victory is elusive, where that fails, seek new foes. There, master!
What's this?
Fire is bait to wolves.
Wolves hunting packs!
Let's wait and see what they do.
It's fire!
There's silences around here.
Now we're making up a hand. Wolves move quickly and straight.
Did it!
We have triumphed!
Wolves hunted packs!
Fire works well!
Die!
Monsters all around. If we enter the forest, go ready for battle.
Endeavor to be ever calm in battle. Bide your time. Then strike.
An abbey lies at the heart of these withered woods.
That's not a pleasant odor. Monsters.
There, Master! Sulfur Saurians!
Go to the bull! Burn them to ash!
You are wrong.
Strike
Armed roads.
Splendid. Like it now. And so rich in resources.
I'll leave the weak foes to you. Counter after they strike.
Think well before striking.
A Cyclops! There!
I cannot hold a weapon with an injured hand.
Its helmet is off.
And I am for it. I'll grab it where the weak is.
That was quick.
I'll take that.
Leave it to me.
Many plants grow in the shade of tall trees.
This looks interesting.
Or in dense woods.
Don't care to meet whatever left these giant footprints behind. Scene of an attack, looks like. Perhaps those ought to be scavenged. If victory is elusive, seek new allies. Where that fails, seek new foes.
They're on. They attack in quick succession.
They're left exposed after a grand attack. We have triumphed.
Stay wary, Master. Visibility is poor ahead.
Abandoned teams make their den not far. Come here, Arisen!
The first strike shall be mine. The ghost fleet and well amount.
Think it's done!
They're left exposed after a glance.
I'll support you.
Looking for trouble? We have triumphed.
Our strength offers victory.
There, a cave entrance. This canyon links the capital with the west of Grancis. Winged monsters seem to favor the terrain here.
Do not just attack blindly. Strike lest the harpy sing!
Slay them before they can use their voice!
Now, bring fire!
I'll support you.
Don't let them drag you off!
Burn them to ash!
Take my fire!
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
We must find the known path. The bridge is rotted through. We're likely the first to be here in years. Snow harpy! This looks interesting. Don't let them drag you off! Snow harpy!
I'll set its wings ablaze!
Fire, lend thy kiss! I'll support you.
Send fire!
Take more than that.
Treasure, perhaps? Tis not defeat to flee from battle, master. Tis survival.
This looks interesting.
I'm worried that's a one-way phone.
Master, Sulfusaurians! A plague of phantasms! Phantasms, master. Best brace yourself.
I'll begin with
Burn them to ash!
Let's watch and wait.
it is over!
I'll support you! Lay them one by one!
Let's strike it down! It's over!
It is dangerous to fight by the water.
Draws the light from its
Take care you aren't soaked in water!
Any that would target the Arisen mine. Magic will avail, where lust will not.
Fool rushes in against an unknown. Do not let them close. We need magic!
let them drag you off! Find an opening, then strike.
There, Master! Snow harpies!
Beware the harpy's sword!
On their way!
That was hardly a warm-up. Leave it to me.
This looks interesting.
Mom, guys, let's go.
Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm answering a text right now. It's my bad. Mission the 3rd? not what I meant to do. Sorry, give me 1 second. I appreciate that. Subscribe. I think I'm to the more interesting part of the game now. It's a little slow in between parts just because it's a lot of gathering and minor quests like that.
I feel familiar with this area.
I've learned of this area.
Oh no, I'm all the way back over here.
This looks interesting.
It's gonna work now?
Shall restore your health. Hold on.
Yeah. Okay. Prevents curse poisoning. Don't know what that last symbol is. I think that's I don't know what that is. Oh. From it's the magic. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Can't wait to climb back up. Wow, okay. I always seem to slide down the bottom on these waterfalls. It's kind of annoying to have to go through all this again.
There, Master Snow Harpies! Now strike!
I was wondering what the hell that noise was. Oh, geez. Of all time would most likely be The Witcher 3. It used to be Morrowind, but The Witcher 3 really set the bar high. As far as, you know, developers adding stuff, you know, for free. The side quests did not feel meaningless. Combat was good. The way you could just change your, you know, your play style if you wanted to, depending on your your mutagens. And then the DLC was just over the top. It was one of those games that really, I basically compare any RPG to. But a close one would be, you know, Morrowind has a very dear place in my heart because that was the game that got me through college. I used to play that all the time, especially when I should have been studying, but I like the fact that Geralt is going to be in Soul Calibur. I'm so excited for that. So I'm definitely going to be getting that, but As far as other games, I do the original Need for Speed that was on PlayStation, the first PlayStation. My wife and I, when we first got married, we used to play that, so that's pretty close to my heart too. And then, jeez, I love Dragon's Dogma. So it really depends on what genre we're talking about. I mean, I can go by genres, but of all time, yeah, definitely Witcher 3. Figure out where I'm going here. Okay, I don't want to go down. Yeah, I do. I want to go down here. This time I'm going to slide on the left side here. There we go. Make sure I'm sliding the right way. As far as my favorite series though, and this is weird, like my favorite game is The Witcher 3, my favorite series of all time is Borderlands. Yeah, I like the ability to, the pawn system I think is excellent. I know Dragon's Dogma 2, they're going to either announce it this year or release it this year. So I'm hoping they do improve upon a lot of the systems in it. I like how the pawns adapt to your playstyle over time, so you may, like, I think when I first built this pawn, Hawk, she was utilitarian mage. But I think about halfway through the game, she ended up just being flat out Guardian. And I had to change it back. The only thing I miss about this game was the original main screen song. I don't like this new one. I like the old rock and roll one. Still big. I think the letters are here somewhere. I thought they were. Oh, man. I was not paying attention here. Oh, that, I think was sheer luck there. That was just by this. Yep. Another game that is probably one of my, as far as I was hooked on it, you have to go all the way back to Dreamcast, was Shenmue 1. I never got to play 2, so they're releasing that, the HD versions of those this year, which my wife also, that was the first game she ever watched me play all the way through and was like, I want to play it. So that was when she really got into the game. Here we go again. And then Grandia 2 was one of my favorite RPGs too. Used to be my favorite until Morrowind came out. And then once Morrowind came out, and because the first time I saw Morrowind, I thought, you know, I saw it on the Xbox 3, I think it was Xbox, the first Xbox. My friend's like, look, you could steal anything, and I wasn't really into it. I was like, okay. But then I got it on the PC, and I went through it. Half-Life, if they would ever finish the game. With Valve starting to make games again, I'm kind of interested to see what they're going to do. Okay. I think that's all I need from this area here. Oh, there's a lot of games. I have I think I need to eventually put together a top I can't say top 10 because there's no way I could do it, but definitely top 20. But my list is all over the place, you know, like,
I'll take that.
where the hell did that come out of? Sorry. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay. Sorry, I didn't even realize I was over here. That was my goal, was to actually come over here and put a shortcut down. My goal is to get a Switch by this summer. My oldest son is graduating, and I think that's what he's going to want, is either a Switch or a PS4, but I still want to get a Switch because I want to play Zelda pretty bad.
What's this?
Oh yeah, Metroid. I think I've played all of them except for, I think, the ones on the DS.
It is a port crystal. One can reach it from anywhere with the use of the magic item.
My favorite fighting game of all time was Project Justice on the Dreamcast. I think the real name of it was Rival Schools 2, but Capcom just outdid themselves with that. You know, it was one of those games I went through and I was like, man, if they would just take these 20 characters and mix up their powers and release new characters with it, this game would be perfect. And then by the time I unlocked everything in the game, it dropped 20 new characters in it that actually mixed up the powers. I was like, holy crap, that's actually good. Yeah, Breath of the Wild, I've heard so many good things about that game, and I'm really wanting it. The only reason I didn't buy a Switch outright is because I knew it was new hardware. And usually, especially because it was experimental, I wanted to wait to see, you know, what kind of issues rose up, and then kind of wait on the second gen systems to come out for it. And from what I saw at first, yeah, it was, for some people it was a real nightmare, but other people, you know, had no issues with it. When I first got because I bought the Wii when it first came out, I was, what the hell? And that was a mistake because it was messed up. At least the one I got was messed up. So I had to go back for a second one. And I almost wish I hadn't have gone in on PlayStation when it first came out. Because I think the only game I had, there's only like 2 games I played for the first year. And it was Killzone and it was Warframe. That was it. Wasn't much else to really do. Wasn't until the second year they started really picking up on the games and stuff, so.
Me, I've no... The master works all, you can't go wrong.
Okay, keep it going. Yeah, and over time, especially within the coming months, you have to kind of watch. And then people, like you said, with the sound and then the screen glitches, and then some of the people were having it, you know, warp little. They hadn't quite worked out the controllers yet on the side, because you know, like some people were putting it on upside down or something like that, or whatever, and it was getting stuck. So it wasn't until later I saw someone come out with a solution for that. I think it was like a button or something you had to push. Yeah, the Switch is, I think it's a genius idea, and that's the thing I liked about Nintendo, is when everybody else is doing one thing, Nintendo goes, we're gonna try this, and then everybody's like, that's not gonna work, and then it works so well. Like the Wii, people said, this is crap, and then it worked so well, then everybody else started copying it. The Switch came out, and everybody's like, man, this, it's something I know PlayStation was trying to do with the Vita and cross-play and all that, but it just never really worked out because it wasn't the Vita itself wasn't the system you were playing it. But now it's got remote play, and then they decided we're not going to support it anymore. I think it's like, make up your minds. But I don't know about this new stuff they got coming out is pretty cool. Where you have to use the cardboard, and it works with the Switch. I don't know what it's called, but you can make a game where you're a robot and you have to backpack and everything or whatever. I can't remember what it's called, but it's one of those things where everybody's looking at it going, really? But it's going to be huge, and that's the way Nintendo always has been. Yeah, Labo. That's why I've always liked Nintendo for that reason. They just kept, because I had the original NES when I was a kid, and they brought out that robot that they had a game where the robot would control the pistons, and you control the scientists, or you control the pistons, and it would control the scientists, and there were several games with it, and you had the Power Glove, you had the original field and track mat that you could run on. So they were always just trying things. It was always, I always enjoyed that. Sorry, I'm just looking at some stuff here. 534, 349. I think I might keep both of these. Which that way. So these are light, and they don't have a weight on them. Oh.
If you've caused the cross monsters, it's steel and muscle will see you through. Especially if the master works all. The master works all, come again.
Yeah, Nintendo tends to be pioneers. And the thing is a lot of people, a lot of the different companies will, like I said, laugh at them or about their stuff, like who's going to buy that, but they end up using the technology, when it comes out later. They're like, we're going to do this too, but they do it in the next gen or something. Ah, crap, it's not powerful enough. Alright.
After a bit of good, the master works all, you can't go wrong.
Yeah. Sega was one of my favorite companies until the Sega CD, Sega Saturn, and Dreamcast fiasco. And I absolutely loved the Dreamcast. That was probably my favorite system. And then when they were like, oh, we're not going to make any more games for it, or we're not going to make any more consoles, I was like, well, damn. And now those rumors are going to try it again. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good.
What will it be today?
Almost got the assassin now. Most expensive things are the disciplines, but I don't use those very much from this class. One of the things I loved about this game, and I think they did, really well, is being able to carry over disciplines from each class. So you can go in and you can be the warrior, right? And use the discipline that you can take more damage, like you were just tanky, but you can use that discipline on a mage if you decide to change over. And I always thought that was genius, so you can have a real tanky mage.
What will it be today?
Yeah, with the Dreamcast, I think I had like 100 games on it. I had the steering wheel, the guns, the keyboard. I had Typing of the Dead. I had a lot. And my brother-in-law, he wanted to borrow it one night, so I did, and then he wouldn't give it back for like a weekend. And I finally asked him, he's like, "Oh yeah, I pawned it." And I'm like, "You son of a bitch." Could never get it back. So I was really mad about it. Still missing 4 of these things. Where the hell is this thing at?
A place one can live without fear of monsters.
But Atari's making a new console, but I don't know how successful that's going to be. I remember when Nintendo came out with their Virtual Boy. I had Virtua Tennis, but now you have people doing, VR, even though it's leagues ahead of what Virtual Boy is. It's still something that, Nintendo was trying to do a long time ago. Yeah, definitely. The thing is I played Dark Arisen. Well, I played Dragon's Dogma and I went to like the first level on Dark Arisen. And oh, nice. Sorry, I can finally go kill this dude. And after that, the PlayStation crashed and I lost my save, so I was like, okay. So I ended up selling the PlayStation 3 and getting rid of the game. And then when I found out they were coming on here with it, I was like, yep, gotta go do it. So what level do you, because I've heard mixed things, and when I play, I had a hard time of it. But what level were you when you went through the Blackbitter Isle? The dungeons? Because some people say, oh, you gotta be 150. Other people say, no, you can do it at level 50. Switch my equipment up there.
Before setting off, we ought to equip ourselves to suit our objectives. Saurian! Burn that flag!
Have a hold of it. Sever the tail. Looks well deep, Master. Be careful. Strength in numbers, Arisen. Is a far cry from the roads we're accustomed to, that's for certain.
That's actually what got me on PlayStation Plus, was my PlayStation crashing.
Goblin tracks. They are troublesome in groups.
Okay, yeah, 60 is, I've heard 60, 75, you know, between that range is pretty good to go, but have a lot of the, you know, demon or angel pripyats, and that way you can get your defense and attack up. Ouch.
Thank you, sir. Truly.
So most things in this game I know what level to go fight it at. Like the Drake, usually between 30 and 40 is when I go take it on. Oh, there's another, there it is. Oh, he picked it up.
Careless running can leave a fellow out of breath and vulnerable.
Splendid woodland, and so rich in resources.
Yeah, because I got a lot of stuff I can craft for other, you know, blast pouches and stuff.
The worm's coming has driven beasts to flood in from the mountains. It's far stronger than a common goblin.
Goblin!
Even in numbers, a weakling.
I think the earliest I ever beat the Drake was like, I want to say 28, 29, but that was as the, I think it was, it's the warrior that can enchant his shield and sword. Huh?
That was finally a warm-up.
Okay. Hold on one second. Okay. Yeah. I gotta go. But yeah, it was nice talking to you. Because I got a meeting real quick. So, I'll be back in a couple hours. But thanks for watching.